Hey, so this is Brian and Joel from Zoom Vacations. Today I'm doing a video ambush, and so Joel has no idea what I'm going to ask him or why we're even doing this video. I just said, Joel, let's come over and let's do this video. So, Joel, you have inspired me so much because during Corona you've been so productive and focused and you've been killing it and very much an inspiration to me because I'm just trying to keep up. So I thought it'd be fun to just ask you, what are you doing every day to keep yourself so focused? What are you doing? How are you waking up in the morning? Any little things you're thinking of that you're just doing? Because I do observe how we're all a lot of people struggling, and I feel like you're kind of thriving, and that's why I want to talk with you. But I want to surprise you with it, so this will all be completely authentic.
Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is just that I know that we're going through a difficult time. Everybody deals with it differently, and I've actually been impressed how you've been dealing with it too, because you've been keeping yourself busy. And
not like you, but thanks.
Well, the other thing is, you're single. It's not like you're in a home with a partner and 3 dogs keeping you busy, blah blah blah. But you've been doing your cooking, and I think that's great, among other things. So, but for me, the way I feel is that when I'm really busy and things are sort of normal, there's so much stuff that's going on. A lot of stuff that I just don't want to do at all. And I feel like this is a time when I should be doing things that I don't want to do at all, because when the good times come, and I really look forward to that very soon, I'm gonna have more time to enjoy that. Because I always feel like, sometimes I'm in this wonderful place or doing a wonderful thing, and then in the back of my mind, I remember that I forgot to do that thing that I should have done yesterday or last week that still needs to get done tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. I am focusing on the things that I just have been putting off, as painful and boring as they may be.
Because the PPP loan. That was boring.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the silver lining is that I'm going to have more time to enjoy the things that I really want to do when things get back to some sort of normal.
So you're kind of focusing on a lot of the stuff you don't normally like to do in normal Zoom Vacations life, or even with the house we live, or anything.
Absolutely.
So that then when we are up and we're really full, we're running again, you can just hit it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I'm just not gravitating towards those things that maybe I have done when I've been procrastinating. Somehow my procrastination button has turned off.
Yeah,
don't ask me why.
I agree.
It just did. But I think it was just, again, that realization that if I don't do these things now, when things start normalizing, I'm not going to have time to do those things that I really enjoy doing.
I'm just remembering that when you and I first met, how long ago was that? It's been a while. So some people don't know that Joel and I were actually a couple for 10 years. So that was
Fred Flintstone introduced us.
Fred Flintstone introduced us. And but I remember one of the first things you ever told me was that life is 10% what happens and 90% what you make of it.
Absolutely.
You've told me several things. You told me that. You also told me one time, if you don't like the answer someone gives you, ask someone else. But these are some little Joel wisdom pearls that I've used. But back to the 90% what you make of it, I feel like you're doing that right now. You're kind of this is the situation we're in. I'm just going to make the best of it. But you've really, I think a lot of us want to make the best of it, but you've really been excelling at making the best of it from, we've been tightening up a lot of things at Zoom Vacations, the ways in which we were just kind of wasting money. We had the wrong cell phone carrier, so we were just spending lots of money every month that we didn't need to. Little things like that we've taken care of. But I'm wondering, when you wake up in the morning, are you excited about the day? Are you kind of nervous about the day? Are you anxious? What are you feeling?
That's a really good question, because I have been in situations where maybe in my previous life I didn't like a job I was doing, and when I would wake up in the morning, it was really stressful and I felt really anxious. So I know what that feels like. I don't feel that way. I get up, and it's not so much that I catapult out of bed and do a couple of jumping jacks or anything, but I sort of don't really think about it. I have my coffee, and then I think about what I can do today that will be productive while balancing taking care of myself and being realistic about not putting so much pressure on myself that today I'm going to get through my list of 50 things that I need to do. Just get through really one or two.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you get through one or two, that's a lot. But get through one or two, but then make time to do the things that are really going to keep you sane. Like do your cardio, work out, watch a movie, take a bath.
You've been working out a lot more, which has been great, I think, for you. I think that's been really good. Because you've used this time to make more time for what's really important. And I think that one weird thing about Corona and this whole thing is that we've realized that without our health, we don't have anything. And so ironically here you are I noticed you're eating really healthily, probably more healthily than ever. You're, like I said, you're working out more, you're doing more cardio. You're spending a lot more time in your garden, which I think has actually been really therapeutic too.
Yeah.
It's maybe Corona's, I'm just speculating, maybe it's kind of putting in your mind I need to be healthy.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm not the only one. I mean, I think a lot of people have realized that this is a time for introspection. I mean, it's really to get bogged down with the negative, and not everybody's in the same situation. I know that there are some friends that are suffering through Corona. They've been on their, they have been on ventilators, and we even know some people that have passed away.
Yeah.
But so it's not all roses, and not everybody gets
Definitely
to be in quarantine with people that they love. On the other hand, you have to try not to look at everything only in the negative light, and you have to look at the positive, right? And so I think the positive is that people are realizing what is important in their life, what is wasteful in their business. I've talked to a lot of friends that are entrepreneurs and have their own businesses that are realizing, why are we spending so much money on, XYZ? And
facts where no one passes anymore.
Yeah, or they're paying rent on a fancy office when a lot of business is done on online, and just a lot of different things. Also relationships. I mean, I think this is a time when relationships can be made stronger because you're spending more time with each other. You're getting to know each other. So, I think it's time to focus on those people in your life that really matter and that really make a difference in your life. And those people that maybe are filler, those are naturally going to filter themselves out. But really it's a time to focus on the people that are really important to you, appreciate them, and moving forward, spend more time with them, because these are the people that lift you up and make you better.
I think that's huge, actually. It's weird that during this time when we're kind of spending a lot of time by ourselves, the thought that we would actually let some people go is almost counterintuitive, but when you let some people go, it gives you more room to really embrace the people who really are meaningful in your life and who matter to you and who have your back and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we spend a lot of time, whether it's with people or, again, expenses that we were running that we realized we really didn't need. Sometimes we spend a lot of time just letting those things be because maybe we're optimistic, but the reality is that sometimes we have to let them go.
Well, sometimes those things are just a distraction stopping us from better things too.
Exactly. Yeah.
But good. Well, thank you so much. Swear to you, Joel had no idea what I was going to ask him or talking about. And I just thought, let's just do a video a little bit differently this time. And let's just prove the authenticity of it. And just this is it. This is the honest truth. This is how he's doing. And this is how we're doing. But thank you for watching. Much love to you. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.